Hi everyone, today we will learn an encouraging historical story from the Indian past, part of the Vedic teachings. Let's begin. The sun rose over the battlefield of Kurukshetra, bathing the land in a golden light that glinted off countless swords, shields, and spears. The two armies, the Pandavas and the Kauravas, stood poised for battle, their warriors ready to fight for dharma and destiny. Chariots lined the battlefield, their pennants snapping in the brisk morning wind. The air was heavy with the sound of conch shells, drums, and the distant neighing of horses. In the midst of this chaotic energy, Arjuna, the mighty Pandava prince, stood frozen on his chariot, his bow Gandiva slack in his hands. His charioteer, Krishna, sat calmly before him, the reins of their horses in hand. But the prince was anything but calm. Arjuna's gaze swept over the battlefield. He saw cousins, uncles, teachers, and childhood friends among the ranks of the opposing army. The weight of the impending slaughter crushed him. His breath quickened, his hands trembled, and his mind swirled with despair. He turned to Krishna, his divine friend and guide, and spoke, his voice heavy with sorrow. "How can I fight, Madhava?" he said, his voice cracking. "I see before me those I love, Bhishma, our grandsire, Dronacharya, my revered teacher. How can I raise my bow against them? What victory could justify the slaughter of my kin? Even if we win, the kingdom will be drenched in the blood of our own family. My heart is heavy, Krishna, my mind is clouded. I see no path forward." Arjuna threw down his bow and arrows, his head bowed in anguish. "I will not fight," he declared. Krishna turned to him, his serene face glowing with an otherworldly calm. The charioteer's voice was steady, yet filled with compassion. "Arjuna," Krishna said, "this despair does not become you. It is unworthy of a warrior and a seeker of truth. Rise above this weakness of heart. This is not the time to falter." Arjuna looked up at Krishna, his eyes pleading. "But how, Krishna? How can I reconcile my duty as a warrior with my love for those I must fight? Am I not committing a sin by engaging in this battle?" Krishna smiled gently, and his words carried the wisdom of ages. "You speak of morality, Arjuna, but you forget your true nature. You are not merely this body or mind, bound by fleeting emotions and attachments. You are the eternal soul beyond birth and death. The body may perish, but the soul cannot be destroyed. This battle, like all in life, is but a moment in the infinite journey of the self." He continued, his voice imbued with divine clarity. "Your duty, Arjuna, is to uphold dharma, righteousness. You are a kshatriya, a warrior, and your role is to protect justice and truth. To turn away from this battle is to turn away from your responsibility. That too is a sin. True action is not about clinging to the fruits of your labor, but acting selflessly, with devotion and surrender to the divine." Arjuna's confusion deepened. "But how can I act without desire? How can I fight without hatred or attachment?" Krishna's eyes glimmered with understanding. "Through the path of yoga, Arjuna, detach yourself from the outcomes of your actions. Perform your duty with focus, but let go of the desire for victory or fear of defeat. This is karma yoga, the yoga of action. Do not act out of anger or attachment, but as an instrument of the divine will. Surrender to me, and you will be free from doubt and fear." As Krishna spoke, a great peace descended upon Arjuna. It was as if a veil had been lifted from his eyes. He realized that his doubts arose not from the enormity of the battle, but from his attachment to those he loved and his fear of loss. He saw that his duty as a warrior was not a choice, but a necessity, one that served a higher purpose. Arjuna bowed his head to Krishna. "You have shown me the path, Keshava. My despair is gone. I will fight, not for myself, but for dharma. I place my trust in you, my charioteer and guide." Krishna smiled, his divine form radiating light and assurance. "Rise, Arjuna, take up your bow and fulfill your destiny." With renewed resolve, Arjuna lifted Gandiva and prepared for battle. The chariot surged forward, and the two armies roared as the great war began. Yet, in the heart of the warrior there was no longer doubt, only the steady resolve to act in alignment with truth, guided by the counsel of the divine charioteer. Thus, the charioteer's counsel became the guiding light, not only for Arjuna, but for all who seek to reconcile duty with morality, action with detachment, and the temporal with the eternal. Thank you so much for watching. If this video has inspired you, hit that like button, share it with someone who could use a little extra love, and don't forget to subscribe for more uplifting content. Together we can create a wave of kindness that changes the world, one act at a time. See you in the next video, and remember, you are the change this world needs.